Hi, today we are going to learn about IICS latest interview questions and answers. So, this will be a very informative and important video for ETL testers because in interview they are going to ask about Informatica, that is cloud services, IICS. Okay, so how much you learn the latest tools, technologies, that much is very helpful for you people to crack the interview. So let us start the question answers. So first question is, what is difference between Informatica Power Center and Informatica Cloud? This you must understand properly. This is very important concept here. Without understanding this concept, you can't able to deep dive into IICS. So Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services is a cloud-based integration platform, that is iPaaS integration platform as a services. IICS helps you integrate, synchronize all data and applications residing you on a on-premise and cloud environments. So it provides similar functionalities as a power center in a better way and can be accessed via internet. Okay. Hence, in IICS, there is no need to install any client applications on the personal computer or server, where we can install these client services in our personal computers. All these supported applications can be accessed from the browser, and the tasks can be developed through browser UI. Basically, behind the scenes, it uses APIs, application programming interface. In Power Center, the client applications need to be installed on your server. This already we know. So second question is, what is runtime environment? A runtime environment is the execution platform that runs a data integration or application integration tasks. You must have at least one runtime environment set up to run tasks in your organization. Like basically, it is server upon which your data gets staged while processing. You can choose either to process via Informatica servers or your local servers, which stays behind your firewall. Informatica supports following runtime environments: Informatica Cloud Hosted Agent, Serverless Runtime Environment, Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. These are supported by Informatica Cloud Services. Third question is, what is synchronization task? Synchronization task helps you synchronize data between source and target. So this task helps the synchronization data between the source and target. A synchronization task can be built easily from IICS UI by selecting source and target without use of any transformations like in mappings. You can also use expressions to transform the data according to your business logic, or use data filters to filter data before writing it into targets, and use lookup data from other objects and fetch a value. Anyone without Power Center mapping and transformation knowledge can easily build synchronization tasks as a UI guides you step by step. So fourth question is, what is a replication task? So replication task allows you to replicate data from database table or an on-premise application to a desired target. You can choose to replicate all the source rows or the rows that changes since last runtime of the task using built-in incremental processing mechanism of replication task. You can choose from three different type of operations when you replicate data to target. Incremental load after initial full load, incremental load after initial partial load, full load each run. These are the options. So what is the difference between synchronization task and replication task then? So one major difference between synchronization task and replication task is that in a synchronization task, you can transform the data before loading into the target. However, in replication task, you can replicate the data from source to target without transforming the data. A replication task can be replicate an entire schema and all the tables in it at time which not be possible in synchronization task. A replication task comes with built-in incremental processing mechanism. In synchronization tasks, user needs to handle the incremental data processing. Okay, so next, where does metadata of task get stored in IICS? All the metadata gets stored in Informatica Cloud repository. Unlike Power Center, all the information in Informatica Cloud is stored on the server maintained by Informatica, and the user does not have access to repository database. Hence, it is not possible to use any SQL query on metadata tables to retrieve the information like in Informatica Power Center. So, seventh question will be, what metadata information gets stored in the Informatica Cloud repository? Informatica Cloud Services includes the IICS repository that stores various information about tasks. As you can create, schedule, and run tasks, all the metadata information is written to IICS repository. The various information that gets stored to IICS repository include source and target metadata, that is, metadata information of each source and target including the field names, data type, precision, scale, and other properties. Connection information. The connection information to connect specific source and target systems in an encrypted format. Then mappings. All data integration tasks built, their dependencies and rules are stored. Then schedules. The schedules created you run the task built in IICS are stored. Logging and monitoring information. The results of all jobs are stored here. So, eighth question is, what is a mapping configuration task? A mapping configuration task or mapping task is analogous to a session in Informatica Power Center. So it's very similar to the analogous session like Informatica in session and mapping configuration in ISCS. When you create a mapping task, you must select a mapping to use in the task. Mapping task allows you to process data based on data flow logic defined in a mapping. Optionally, you can define the following in the mapping task. You can define parameters that associate with the mapping. Define pre and post processing commands. Add advanced session properties to boost the performance. Configure the task to run on schedule. Then, what is a task flow in IICS? A task flow is analogous to a workflow in Informatica. It is very similar to workflow in Informatica and here task flow. A task flow controls the execution sequence of a mapping configuration task and synchronization task based on the output of previous task. To create task flow, you must first create tasks and then add them to task flow. The task flow allows you to Run the task sequentially, run the task in parallel, make decisions based on outcome from one task before triggering the next task. So I hope you understood the concepts here. What is the difference between task flow and linear task flow? So we see here a linear task flow is a simplified version of the data integration task flow. A linear task flow groups multiple data integration tasks and run them serially in the specified order. If a task defined in a linear task flow gets failed, you need to restart entire task flow. However, a task flow allows you to run tasks in parallel, provides advanced decision making capabilities, and allows you to either restart from failed task or skip it when a task fails. So, 11th question. You can run Power Center jobs in Informatica Cloud. So, this is very important question having some logical type. Okay. Yes, there is a Power Center task available in Informatica Cloud where user have to upload XML file exported from Power Center in data integration and run the job as a Power Center task. You can update existing Power Center task to use a different Power Center XML file but cannot make changes to an imported XML. When you upload a new Power Center XML file to existing Power Center task, the Power Center task deletes the old XML file and updates the Power Center task definition based on new XML file content. So 12th one is, how does an update strategy transformation work in Informatica Cloud? There is no update strategy transformation available in Informatica Cloud. In target transformation in a mapping, Informatica Cloud data integration provides the option for action to be performed on the target. Insert, update, upsert, delete, and data driven. So 13th question, what is flow run order in Informatica Cloud? When there are individual data flows in a mapping, the order in which the data integration process the flows can be configured in Informatica Cloud data integration using flow run order. This is analogous to target load plan in Informatica Power Center. A flow is a collection of all connected sources, transformations, and targets in a mapping. You can have multiple flows in a mapping. Specify the flow run order when you want data integration to load targets in different flows in the mapping particular order. So what is dynamic linking? Informatica Cloud data integration allows you to create new target files tables at a runtime. To use this feature in mappings, choose create new at runtime option in target, specify the name for the target, new target. So the user can choose static file name where can target file will be replaced by new file every time the mapping runs. The user can also choose to create a dynamic file so that the every time the mapping runs, target file is created with new name. In what format can you export tasks present in Informatica Cloud? Informatica Cloud Data Integration supports exporting the tasks as a zip file where the metadata gets stored in JSON format inside the zip file. However, you can also download a XML version of the task also which can be imported as a workflow in Power Center, but it will not support bulk export of tasks in XML format at a time, where as you can export multiple tasks in form of JSON in a single export zip file. So 16th question is like, how do you read JSON source files in IICS? So JSON files are read using hierarchy parser transformation present in IICS. The user needs to define a hierarchical schema that defines the expected hierarchy of the JSON file. The hierarchical schema can be imported into hierarchy parser transformation while reading the data from input JSON files, which then converts the input based on schema that is associated with in transformation. The hierarchy parser transformation can also be used to read XML files in Informatica Cloud integration. The 17th one is, what is hierarchical schema in IICS? A hierarchical schema is a component where user can upload an XML or JSON sample file that define hierarchy of output data. The hierarchy parser transformation converts input based the hierarchical schema that is associated with transformation. So guys, these are very important IICS questions and answers. Kindly go through questions and answers. Okay, so I'll be with you with some more new concepts in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.